And hello, everyone. Hey, ladies.
Hello.
How y'all doing? Hi. Y'all looking especially lovely this Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes. We celebrating Black love.
Yeah, me and my blank walls, but we good. We good.
That's all right. That's all right. You have nice, lovely walls.
Right.
Lovely walls.
That works.
We love it. We love it. Okay, so just want to introduce everybody. Of course, I'm Heather, and we are the review crew. We got Faith over here in the top corner, and then down below me we got. Look, is it Andrea or is it Andrea?
Andrea.
It's Andrea because I'm trying to get everybody's name right. We got Natasha over here. The review crew. Now, if y'all want to go ahead and be part of the conversation, I've already dropped the comments. In the comments, I've already dropped the link. So if anybody wants to jump on and chat with us for a second, you can. Tonight, we are talking about Married at First Sight. Yes, that was Wednesday. Yes, today is Sunday. Y'all gonna be all right.
It's been a struggle week.
We had a lot going on up here in these streets, but we are here to review this show. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it bit by bit, and y'all jump in when y'all can, because y'all know I'm trying to find my notes. So, but we will start off today. This was a episode. I forgot the name of the episode, but anyway, Wednesday's episode was them getting this is Mandalay Bay. They have finally gotten there. Everybody's kind of getting settled in for the honeymoons, and they're kind of getting to know each other a little bit more. And of course, y'all know we can't open up any episode this season without
prayer.
Right there.
I didn't know where you were going with it. I'm just throwing it out there.
I feel like we probably do need to pray for the season.
Because right, for Chris, we need a prayer.
Baby.
Chris needs a prayer, boo.
He does. Oh, the name of the episode.
God, in the name of Jesus, Chris needs a prayer. Go ahead.
The name of the episode was Last Night Was Magic. That's the name of the episode.
Okay. That was real short-lived.
Very much so.
So let's just go ahead and cut to it, and I'm gonna let y'all talk about it because I'm gonna set it up, and then I'm gonna mute myself while I go find my notes. Okay. So we opened up this episode to hearing the producers basically, they're talking about what happened 2 hours before. You see everybody's having a good time, but then we cut back to seeing the producers talking to Chris. Like, bro, what's wrong? And there's a lot of whispering going on. I don't want to say it. I don't want to talk about it. Why you don't want to talk about it? You gonna tell her, I don't know, I got some disturbing news. And I'm like, What?
Everybody knows but Paige.
Right. Whole thing. And so they start talking to him about, you need to tell her. Well, I don't feel like I'm gonna tell her, but dude, like if you want any chance of having a good, successful marriage, like you need to tell her. So of course, we've all, as the audience, have picked up that this must be the episode where we find out that Chris done impregnated somebody.
Somebody. We don't know who somebody is.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, Chris is like, this is the pick a uterus episode. Pick a uterus.
Or two. Look.
Pick a uterus
or 2 or 3.
Is yours? Would you like to raise your hand? Yes.
Pick a uterus.
That's what we call this episode. So we walk into him, pretty much even production, and y'all, they always talk about how bad production is. Even production is imploring him to maybe share this information with your newly minted wife. And just before we get into anything else, you ain't had no problem sharing your bodily fluids the last few days, and now all of a sudden this too personal for you to share. I told y'all I got that horn on my phone.
Like, where's the horn?
Mic drop.
That's all I'm saying. You ain't got no problem sharing, not just your backwash, but all of your wash.
Oh, not the backwash.
You have no problem with this, but now all of a sudden you want to be discriminating as to what you want to share with her. Come on, y'all, help me. So, like I said, let us discuss.
As Simone would say, not during Black History Month. No,
not doing Black History Month.
Not during Black History Month.
Yeah,
no, not what we gonna do.
So they're sitting down eating breakfast. Real quick, how you a preacher and you forget to say your grace over your food? That's what I didn't understand. She said, we ain't gonna say grace. It was like, okay, Jesus wept for me. Let's eat.
I get you on that. I'm not mad at him about that, because when he's got so much on his mind, he's like, okay, everything's out the door. Let me just eat. But when she called him on it, like you said, it was like, oh wait, yeah,
Jesus let's eat.
Yeah.
The conversation, because she knew something was up, because he was acting funny. Maybe they had just gotten in beforehand. I don't know. But he was acting funny. So she's like, okay, what's going on, bro? This don't seem right. I don't want to talk about it right now. You don't want to what? I don't want to talk about it right now. Okay.
He went really, really far with that.
Very far. It's really, what did he say?
He was kind of like, I don't want to tell her right now. No, first he told Paige, nothing. It's fine. It's nothing. It's devastating, but it's nothing. But then I think Paige read the room, because
she could see everybody's face.
She didn't see exactly what Paige was reacting to, but she verbally said, somebody needs to tell me what's going on.
Right.
And so from that, I took that she was looking at people's reactions,
because they was reacting.
She realized that she was literally the only one in the room that didn't know what was going on. And that was not cool. That was not cool.
Not at all.
That was not cool. Come on, Chris. Not during Black History Month.
Right.
No, Don, not during Black History Month.
Not doing Black History Month.
Yeah, I think even the producers were confused, because everybody had that. You gonna tell them?
Right.
Dude, you need to tell.
And not on Al Gore's internet.
Right. Not on Al Gore's internet. Like whatever. Right.
No, not on Al Gore's internet. Y'all, this is the other thing. I don't know if y'all touched on this while I was busy trying to catch my breath.
Where your notes?
I still haven't found them.
Like, fix my shoulder.
Right, but give them all the shoulder.
He drags her into the room.
We ain't got there yet. We ain't got there yet. Go ahead.
Okay. So let's go back to what y'all was just talking about, because I heard you say Paige had the look on her face as though she realized that she was the only person not in on this information.
Right. Mm-hmm. She didn't know what was going on.
Oh, poor Paige.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Hello,
Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
And so
because everybody knew but her.
Everybody knew.
And if I'm a producer, I'm gonna have the old-ish look on my face the whole time.
Because they didn't know if it was gonna go left, right, up, down.
Right.
That's some trash that she didn't know.
Right. And y'all supposed to be married. And you ain't told your wife what was going on, sir.
Yeah, but again, an entire other conversation is what these people expect when they go into this marriage.
Right.
You know, like, oh, I'm playing. You know what I mean? And so that's a whole other ball of wax. And I just don't think that Chris got it. He's like, I want to see. I want to be married, but let me see if this is what I want. So he wasn't all the way there. Paige was all the way there. And she's like, you're supposed to tell me. And I'm glad for her pushing. She did not stop. She said, tell me. And oh Lord, I don't know if we on She Decided to Stay or we are on Brianna saying boo.
Listen, we need to talk about all of it.
Brianna is your real friend. Let's be clear. Brianna is your real friend.
Brianna is the friend that tells you what you need to hear and not what you want to hear.
Exactly.
Like, boo, this ain't about him. This is all about you. What you want to do? You ready to go? I'm gonna go with you.
Right. So she was like, I got a bag.
I'm gonna drive the getaway car.
Right. And it's sad because she don't even know Brianna like they don't really know each other like that.
Right.
So that's where I'm going with back to when we first did the review about the show, and we were talking about the friends not telling her what he said, because I was listening to something else today and they were like, well, she knew he wasn't attracted. I said, no, he didn't tell that girl he wasn't attracted to her after he didn't got the goodies. He didn't, and her folks didn't tell her. Could not have, because ain't no way I'm opening my legs to nobody. And you done told me you ain't attracted to me. Sir, these cookies are closed. The jar is closed. Okay?
And you know, and here's the thing. Like, I know you ladies, you know, on a cursory. You know what I mean? But if you found out about that, I would expect y'all to make eyes at me and be like, girl,
listen,
this ain't what you want.
We need a safe word.
Cursory, like, you looking at me, if you're invited to that small group, y'all looking at me like, we need, you know, like, we done a couple of episodes with Andrea. We need to pull her into the back.
I'd be like this. I'd be like,
that's what I want to know.
Look at me. Hey.
Just
we're
like,
going to the bathroom.
If you understand what I'm saying.
And these are her girls, and they did not tell her. They did not tell her what he said.
They were trying to keep the I'm eating chips, y'all.
It's cool.
They look good. Are they called
Chipotle chips with the henna lime?
You got some guacamole?
I ate the
You got some guacamole?
I ate it already.
You ate the guac? Oh,
how you eat the guac before you get the chips? I don't understand.
Because I just eat it with everything, and then I had chips left over.
I can see that with good old guac. I'm like, ooh,
yeah,
some Whole Foods guac.
We need to have, you know what? We need to have like a Taco Tuesday night the next time we do a review. Anyway,
we do. Okay,
bam. Say less.
Got you. Okay, bet. So, like, this is the thing. Like, I think her friends, to me, they did a good job of getting in his face. But I think they dropped the ball at relaying the information in the way they received it to her.
And that's the whole point.
I think they kept trying to smooth it over and saying, well, you know, I don't know, got reservations. Whereas it'll be a cut of me and my friends in the bathroom, and they'll be hearing us whispering, going, Carol, what did you see that? He said this about you, this. And that'll be it. You know, and be like, he said that he
right.
to you, but he really like your body.
I don't know. Like, my girls would have put that ish on camera.
Right. But they were like, no, you know.
There would have been a whole beat down. Well, not a beat down, but there would have been, this is what he's maybe And now that I think about that, I was about to say, you know, blah blah blah, but maybe they did tell her, but we didn't see it.
They could,
you know, for drama effect.
But then that's the reaction she had though. Sleep with the man.
I don't believe
I agree with you on that. Right.
They might have said I had some reservations, but they didn't see. I'm the friend that's gonna spell it out for you. Listen.
But hold on. Let's think about this. When you tell your friend stuff, you also know your friend.
True.
You also know that if your friend is one of those people that's subject to disregard every red flag and still trudge on to whatever they think is right, no matter what you say to them, they're going to do it anyway. And the only thing you can do is be like, you know what? I just support you. I don't like it, but I support you.
Yeah, right. I'm going to be there when you fall. And that's all, you know, some friends you can't keep from falling. Some friends you can really be there when they fall.
Right. And I'm thinking that because of the way that, you know, I'm thinking about this. I've been thinking about this every week. I think that Paige is that kind of friend where they all like, girl, she just really want to be married. Okay. And they just there because they know this is what she wants. And regardless of what they say to her, she's still going to lean into that and still feel like this is God sent. And so
I don't feel like she would have gone to the extreme of sleeping with him. I still don't think she would have gone to that extreme. So
I don't know.
I think she probably no, because she said that's what when she was having a conversation with Brianna. She said if I had known, I would not have opened these good old legs. So this wouldn't have never happened. We would have took this a little slower than where we are right now. And so I feel like she got a little taint of sense, just a little taint, not a whole lot, just a little taint of sense, to where she probably would not have opened up her legs and actually slept with him. I think she's committed to the process, but you could be committed to a process without going that far. So
without hurting yourself.
That's why I was making space, right? Because
so I probably would have still. I don't care. To me, I feel like I don't care now. If you don't listen after I done said something to you, that's on you. I'm finna tell you, hey, bro, listen. Nope. Let's come on over here and have this conversation. Bruh, man ain't attracted to you. Okay. He said that in so many words because it wasn't no read between.
No, he didn't say that in so many words. He said that point blank.
Right, point blank.
He said that without question.
Right. Well, this ain't what I'm used
to her.
So I would have told her, "Hey, girl, listen. I know this is your wedding night. Might not want to open up them legs too quick because he say he ain't attracted to you. Okay. I mean, that's just me. That's just who I am as a friend. I'm not gonna. I would have told her, baby, no, let's not. Right. You know, you want to commit to a process and see where this goes. I got you. Don't open up them legs. Don't let him get in them cakes tonight, okay? After the fact, just don't do it. Get to know him. Get to talk.
Say that to her, like don't open up.
Right.
And I'm sure she's seen enough of the previous seasons to know the outcome of the process when you sleep with one of these men too fast and then it don't work out. I'm pretty
because
there are a few of them that we've seen that with.
Yeah.
Oh Lord!
And I remember was that Luke and Kate, the ones that they were having sex and he made her swear to secrecy.
Yes.
Wait, yeah, she had a long
the whole first 5 or 6 episodes
last season before.
It was like season 9 or 8, something like that. It was like 9 or 10. And it was like Luke and Kate. And, you know, he kept saying he's not attracted to her, blah, blah, blah. And they couldn't quite figure out what was going on between the two of them. And then somebody finally, you know, asked her the right question. She said, we've been having sex since we got together. But he was trying to make it like they had no attraction. There was nothing going on. And that's why
he gaslit her.
Crazy.
In real life, as the four of us are, I know somebody that did the whole marriage with that. We're getting married. Don't tell anybody.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you say
family, friends, everybody wait.
Yes.
Yeah, the answer would have been no.
I know somebody
Love like that.
he said, don't tell anybody that we're married because we've been going back and forth. And, let's figure out if we really want to do this. So it's not like everybody knew you were married and we're saying, don't tell anyone that we have consummated the marriage.
Yeah.
This was a whole, everybody sees y'all every day, but don't tell anybody we're married. And again, as we talked about on a, talk previous to this one, when women feel like they need to follow their husband, that's what that situation was.
Mm-hmm.
My husband said, don't tell anybody. So we didn't tell anybody.
Yeah. So, and I'm like, y'all don't never hear y'all gut tugging at y'all like, girl, something wrong.
The gut is there, but again, that's a whole other conversation.
Sometimes your heart, your mind, and your gut.
I just might as well make a schedule of topics.
That's a whole other conversation, but we're gonna keep going.
Okay. So
so now let's get to are we in the place where he finally tells her? Because
that's where we are now.
Can we talk about the way he snatched her up and drug her in the bathroom?
Yeah, let's talk about this.
Uncomfortable. The way he grabbed her arm.
Tell you, my 3-year-old grabs
I didn't see that. I'm gonna go back and watch it because I didn't see what you just said.
He grabbed her arm and drugged her
in the bathroom. Turn her mic off.
Yeah.
Turn the water on. Yeah.
Try to keep everything quiet.
I'm gonna turn all the water on so nobody could hear. Yeah. And all the camera guys were right by the door, like.
Yeah. So he drags her in, and he says, and I keep saying, I was like, my 3-year-old does me like that. Like when she want me to see something, like she just grab it. Come on, mama, let's go. And so,
wait, is that Marley? Wait, is that Marley?
That's Marley.
Yes.
Is that my Gemini?
That is a whole Gemini, honey.
That's my Gemini.
If I do her natal
I don't even know Marley, but that's my Gemini.
Like a double or triple Gemini. I hadn't done her natal chart yet, but I think I might.
Okay, but, I need to give you all my Gemini so you can figure me out. But
yeah, look, let me do a whole reading on you. Hold on.
Yeah. Okay, but go ahead.
But like, yeah, like the kid.
My shoulder don't come off like it's supposed to. Okay, go ahead.
I like that though. I like the shoulder.
Yeah, it keeps
cute. Yes, yeah. A little shoulder.
And take it back. Give a little shoulder and take it back. What's that from? Give a little shoulder. Right.
I was talking about that burlesque dancer that I almost kicked the house.
On the barbecue day when there was
everybody was getting ready to get left at the house that day.
You don't eat this barbecue sauce.
Baby, they need none of this. They got all the smoke. Like she is a 3-year-old, or like he's the 3-year-old trying to show his mama something. And the crazy thing about it is, you can tell, first of all, the body language is everything. Paige was done that day. He was sick of everybody. 3-year-old, or like he's the 3-year-old. Echoes. Who's echoing?
Hold up. That's probably it. Remember?
Probably me.
Oh. Let me mute her.
Put the
You had to put your earbud in.
Yeah, I got them today. So okay. Can y'all hear me better now?
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Y'all know we still learning technology stuff.
Yes.
The thing about it though, like he was dragging her around like she was a 3-year-old, or he was the 3-year-old trying to show his mama something. And my thing is, Paige looked done at that time. Like, you know what? I don't even have time for whatever your new theatrics are of the day.
She was
she was over
getting hit with stuff. And then the other thing is,
she wasn't done.
You said what?
She was not done, because when she got with everybody else, she was still in a space of, I want to figure it out, and maybe we can work it out. Remember when they were all sitting around and the couple was late?
Yeah,
she wasn't done.
She
Paige feels like, okay, this is the story that I'm supposed to have with him. This is the journey.
Mm-hmm.
Like, struggle love. That's a whole other.
That's another topic on.
That's a whole other struggle love, and
I
I'm
don't believe
not
in that.
struggle love anymore in my life.
Struggle love is for people who ain't got nothing better to do with their time.
I've been there, and
I mean, but she is what 20? What is she?
right.
She's
26.
so
they're young.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. They're babies. They're babies.
Accountant. She's a realtor. She ain't gotta have this. She is really.
You can tell she wanted. She said she wants to be married. Like she saw herself as somebody's wife. She went into this with the intention of this is gonna be my everlasting love, and I feel like she's holding on to that, even with all the drama and the loops and the
whatever it comes with. And that's where, again, it's a whole other conversation of Black women specifically, because I'm a Black woman and that's what I know. And I know what my girls have been through. I know what I have done. The acceptance of struggle love.
Yeah.
And even though she's a baby, and I don't mean baby, like I think Paige is probably in her mid to late.
Paige is 27.
I have a 27-year-old son. I mean, that's why I say she's a baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I mean, she's not a baby; she's a full-grown woman. I don't mean to discount her or anything.
When you're thinking about life experience, you're right. Though you're talking about somebody who doesn't have enough life experience under their belt to where they can recognize the signs to walk away. Also, she's been raised in an environment where it's acceptable to be in that type of a relationship as long as you're in a relationship.
Talk about that earlier.
To be successful. That's been the problem. The problem is when you have someone like that continues, they just want to be in something. You much throw them anything and they're going to stay.
Yeah.
Right. I agree with that.
Yeah. So welcome, Wendy.
She got a breeze first.
Are you Wooside? Is that what's going on?
Because that man was so full of it. He was so full of it. And and as I said, I really think that the show knew all of this and figured this is going to sell. This is going to bring ratings.
Because I heard last season was pretty uneventful.
It was.
Well, last season was the pandemic. It was kind of overshadowed by the pandemic. They were down for 12 weeks, and then they had to pick back up. They had to pick production back up. So really, it was on.
Yeah, this happened like last September.
Well, yeah, this episode. I mean, this season happened in August.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
August. Okay.
So last season happened at the beginning of the year. They usually do it like in February and then August, like pretty much a 6 month difference between the weddings. So last season or last year, where we see the people in New Orleans, that was done at the beginning of the pandemic. So 2 weeks into their marriage, they had that whole 8-week shutdown.
Mm-hmm.
Usually their whole project is done after 8 weeks, but they had a shutdown, and then they also had to do their own filming and everything. So that's why you see something a little different with the last season. But let's go back a couple of seasons. Let me just tell y'all, the season before was 12, 11, so 10.
So that the Dallas one?
And Taylor.
Is that the Dallas one?
Oh, wait, the Black couple where there was the young lady and the young girl.
Yeah, that was the one with Taylor, Mika, and Michael, and Taylor and Brandon, and then it was a couple of other ones. I don't think any of those couple. Well, it was one couple that did end up staying. They're still together. But let's just go back to that. Let me tell you why I think this is a different approach from production. I don't think production knew per se. I think production was fed up with the antics of the cast, because if you saw Mika and Michael and Brandon and Taylor season,
right,
Brandon stayed, confrontational. He was always mad at Taylor. That's the Black couple. He was always mad at Taylor for being his wife, or wanting to do stuff together. He woke up, well, I'm an introvert and I need time to myself. Really? You didn't say this. We've had these discussions and you didn't say anything about it. There was always something. Or she got her social media up, and I don't like social media. I just met you, bro.
Oh, okay, now I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. And then
now I know who you're
Michael, they stay arguing all the time, and Michael always blamed everything on being adopted. Like, you know, why did you leave me?
She kept finding out about all those lies, like yoga teacher, blah blah blah.
Oh yeah.
You're not being real. Like
I'm talking about, he stayed with the lie. He said he was gonna be a principal. Then they found out he wasn't gonna be a principal. He ended up being like not even a janitor, but like one of them people that come in like a coach. You know how the kids coach come in, like they may be AAU or something like that, and they come like it was totally different from what he does.
Right.
Then he was there to saying like, oh well, you know, I help out in the afternoons. Well, baby, just say you the janitor. Ain't nobody mad at you.
Who you are. You know, it's like people will love you you are. Don't lie about it. And
they
back up, time out.
Was that
Philadelphia? I thought they did an extensive background check on these people. That's what I thought.
But with him, apparently he had
people are upset with the experts because of the fact that you had the Mika and Michael syndrome. Now, here's the thing. This is what I also read about Mika and Michael. If y'all want to know, the update was the judge annulled their marriage. Most people have to go through a divorce, but their marriage was annulled. So
it was fraud.
Why did they annul their marriages?
Because of fraud. Because
he was being fraudulent. And everything showed. Every episode, he said one thing, he did another. One time, he said his uncle died while they were on the trip. They were on the couples trip.
I did read that Taylor and Brandon were having a hard time having a full divorce because of like the legalities of what divorce means.
Yeah.
So I read at one point that they were having a hard time actually getting a divorce. I didn't know that Mika and Michael were able to get annulled because of his fraud.
She was able to use footage from the actual show to prove her case. Because it is a reality show, and I want to say, and you know, don't quote me. Like I said, it's alleged until we can go figure it out. But I want to say that there were people who testified on her behalf that were able to prove the fact that, you know, this didn't happen the way that, you know, this marriage shouldn't have taken place. So she was able to get a full annulment. To expunge that from her record. So this is where I'm going back to say the time that they had trying to track Brandon down and trying to keep track of Michael's lies probably has gotten them to a point where they were like, you know what, we're not gonna have any more surprises today. You're gonna tell her right now because we ain't going nowhere else until we get this far. Like, I can see that being it more so than they actually knew, like way before, because there are ways that you can keep people from knowing your business. You know, if they only have so much access to your social media and there's only so much you're gonna tell. If you don't have a criminal record, I mean, a background check is not gonna pull, you know, the fact that you're just a pathological liar. You know, it's just not going to do that. So there are certain things that, you know, I'm saying, I kind of want to say the experts are the ones that I'm really kind of wondering about. Because, I mean, yeah, you can present one way and then be somebody else another day. But at the same time, I feel like people's energy rarely change.
Right. People's lives. Right. They know who these people are, and they're messing with their lives, and I'm not cool with that.
Yeah, and they've been defending that
process, right? 26-year-olds.
They've been defending their choice.
Yeah.
I watched a couple of things. Last week? I think one of you guys sent one, and I think my sister sent me another one where Dr. Viviana, she said, like, calm down. It's not that big of a deal. That's basically what she's telling everybody.
Yeah. And what her name? Dr. Viviana, because she the second
but then the pastor came around and was like, just let it play out.
What did she say?
It's kind of like, let it play out. Like, wait, what?
We don't know.
And that's the thing, like Dr. Viviana, I didn't like how flippant she was in a lot of stuff. She was just kind of like, you know, people just, girl, get off TV. And that's just really what it is, because I actually like Dr. Jessica, the one before her,
Yeah.
Even though she started dating one of them.
I was about to say, yeah, she
Are they like married now?
I know they're engaged. I'm not sure if they're married, but even though that was a little that might have been a little sketchy, but she would go toe to toe with them,
right,
about their behaviors, and it wasn't a. Do you feel like you were being just a little unfair? She'd be like, "Well, why were you doing that? Why did you do it?" And I think that when you have that type of, especially when you come to shows like this where you begging people to put you with somebody else, you got to hold them way more accountable than what's the name of that show? Put a ring on it or something like that. Them people are already couples and they coming out. They just need to break up before they get there. But a show like this where people are asking you to put with someone and they're asking you to help me build a relationship because I failed at it myself or I'm just not good at it, then I would expect that you cross every T, you dot every I, you comb everything, you start talking to people. Don't give me the people that you want me to talk to. Give me the people you don't want me to talk to.
Right.
So I don't want you to call them your best friend. Call your worst friend and let's talk about them. Let's talk to your exes and see why you were ex.
But they're so hands off in the process. I think that's the biggest part of the experts that's bugging me right now. Like, you pop up when it's convenient, or you give them little challenges or little things to complete. But what kind of conversations are you really, and why are we not seeing more of these?
And that's the other thing that they were talking about. Now, what they're saying is that they actually do weekly check-ins that we don't see, and
they need to show that.
That need to be part of the show.
It does need to be a part of it, and not just when people are having problems, but just
period.
Right.
I think in the beginning of this, when they had the earlier seasons, you did see them often.
What network was it on before? Because it wasn't on Lifetime.
It was on FYI.
FYI.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was on there, and then they used to play it on Lifetime like 2 days later.
Okay.
And but it would start out on FYI, but I guess Lifetime was like, no, we just take it.
Like the experts, is that what y'all was saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm just very baffled. I'm like, this dude right here. I said when he told the people that he was engaged and the engagement he had, if he was engaged a few months prior, that would have been a flag right there. You know what? He don't need to be on this show.
Well, let me say this though, because somebody came on and their fiance passed away, and it was within a year, and they brought her on the show.
Yeah, but that's the difference between a year
and here's
a few months.
No, I'm saying it was less than a year since that person passed.
I get that part. That ain't where I was trying to go with it. The difference is you were still sleeping with your fiance or whoever you was quote unquote sleeping with. I'm sure the process, why you were still engaged to this girl, why you were going through this process.
But this is the thing that got me, even though, because we're talking about that too, the conversations that he had with his pastor that seemed so not authentic and not genuine. He kept talking about how he's not focused on having sex with his wife, and I'm going to really focus on, I really have led with the physical. And I was like, remember that before he got married, he kept
the first thing you do.
All lies.
And the first thing you do is you whip out your whole whoop. I got some lifestyles, baby. And you gone.
They didn't even use condoms.
They did not either, because she said she don't really like condoms, and he said he trying to raw dog it because he trying to get 7 kids, baby.
You ain't got to like them to use them, and if you ain't gonna use the condoms, there are other ways to protect yourself.
How about just don't? Doubt me, don't.
Well, first
wasn't an option.
After the show, she thought she was pregnant after the 8 weeks or whatever.
She's not.
Okay.
Because I saw her on Unfiltered. She don't look pregnant at all.
Okay.
You ain't gotta look pregnant to be pregnant.
But I'm saying at the time when they taped the show, by now she should be, you know what I'm saying, big as a house.
But she's a track star. Remember, she was a track star, so she might have some really tight abs.
No, that stomach still flat, baby. No, her not pregnant.
Okay. But what part really disgusts me It's after he told her, and after she took it in and everything, and he told her that, okay, you come first. I'm gonna put you first before my baby. Blah blah blah.
You skipping to the end?
Is that the end?
That was the
No,
end.
that's not the end. That's not the end.
It's later on. She left after this. We still on the first part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we ain't got
Okay.
to.
Look, he just done turned the water on to tell her.
Right. That's where we are. And then they was like, "Where's Paige? Is she okay?" She needs.
Oh yeah, the producer went in the restroom.
The fact that you let production go and check in on your wife, and you've been talking about, I'm just gonna be the best husband, whatever.
I mean, the fact that he left her in there after he told her
in there to let it marinate.
She's having a moment.
We don't know
and
what
then
she
left.
look like. Hold on. We don't know what she looked like. She could have had that look like, if you don't get out of this room.
True.
Leave me the F alone.
But did you see when she walked out of that room, she looked like she just watched a train wreck occur.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Her whole face was just gone. She was just like,
Oh, Paige, when she walked out of the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was terrible. Like
I wanted to cry for her. I really wanted to cry for her because I know she was like, "What did I get myself into? What did I get myself into?"
So let me also put this out here real quick.
Did I marry?
Real quick. A lot of people in the groups are like, "Why she ain't left? She could have left." Blah 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 blah. So time out. Pause. They have a contract that they signed that they have to fulfill. If they do not fulfill the contract, the show can sue them. It used to be $100,000. They dropped it to $50,000. I don't know if it's because of the pandemic or whatever.
Well, I don't know, because the last season, the girl, I don't know, I forgot which white couple it was, but they had decided to divorce. But the girl was a nurse, or she
Olivia and Brett.
But
she
wanted
to see her family. He didn't want her to go, and she went anyway. And then he took everything out the apartment, even the food.
But hold on, let me tell you
Let
me tell you what the catch was. Did she still allow filming, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. You cannot completely leave the show. That's what I'm saying. You have to be willing to allow them to continue to film you. If you don't let them do that, they suing your butt, because again, you signed a contract.
So
just like look at Mindy and
they must have sued him because he didn't finish.
They might sue you.
Huh?
Well, see, now here's the thing, because they still came to decision.
Right.
So they still had access to him.
Yeah.
You had Mindy and Zach. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, I think this is when they implemented. Y'all remember back in the day they had Heather and Derek?
Yep. Uh-huh.
And Derek was smoking that good stuff every day. Heather was like, within a week, she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna need a divorce because I
can't do this."
I think after that, that's when they implemented the $100,000, because we didn't hear from them no more
anymore. Yeah, right.
Yeah, so I think that's when they started doing that. So I understand they have contractual obligations to stay, but like Pastor Cal was on someone's interview, and that's what he said. She had the choice to leave, just that they just would need to have access to still film her in the process. Yeah. And so I believe that they offered her to be like, "Girl, what you gonna do?"
But how uncomfortable are you willing to make yourself
for
I don't know, love, marriage? Like, how uncomfortable are you willing to get? It's marriage. I mean, why do it to yourself, especially within a couple of days of the marriage? That's a lot of trauma to endure.
Yeah,
that's a lot for no reason. I agree.
And I also feel like,
because we still got 4 other couples to talk about.
Let's go to the next couple.
We 45 minutes in, we ain't talk about nobody but them two. 45 minutes, y'all.
Come on here. Come on.
All right. So let's go over here to Clara and Ryan. They were talking together. Ooh. They were getting
see, y'all don't realize the other people's name, because that's all you be thinking about is Paige.
No way. Where's my stuff? Wait a minute.
I'm gonna need a picture.
Let me get the picture.
No, yeah, I legit don't know who we're talking about.
Oh, y'all get on my nerves.
Mine is the Creole guy with the Louis
hair.
Okay,
I like him. I like him.
Okay,
I like him.
Creole.
He's Creole. He's from New Orleans.
I like him.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, I got them. Okay.
See, first of all, I'm sick of all of y'all.
We sorry.
I know who you were talking about.
I promise when I said
right there.
I mean that. Like really. Like I know.
We got a whole bunch of eyes on this one, right?
I know. I'm like,
I'm on camera right now because I'm eating edamame and I don't need that.
Oh, and you're not sharing. Okay, then got you.
Edamame, yeah.
Really?
Got you.
Edamame.
I love edamame.
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
That's these two, baby. They is with down with the swirl. This is the down with the swirl couple. Anyway, so they were having a little conversation. Looks like everybody's getting closer and talking about whatever. They talked about the future and what it would look like for them. He said he kind of see himself being in the same routine, being that kind of old guy that does the same thing. She discusses some other things about her life. About like being a flight attendant and how that has caused her to miss different events in the past, and so it seems like to me that was going to be a little bit of an issue between the two of them. So let's talk about it.
I think because that's what she's used to. She's used to being able to just pick up and go. I have a friend that's a flight attendant. Now, let me also say this. You can work as much as you want or as little as you want.
Right.
You do not have to. So if there is an event, you can plan to work around, especially as you get higher up in the ranks. You get to choose. Like you get first pick over your schedule and all that stuff. So she really can schedule her, make her schedule out to what she wants it to be. So I don't necessarily think that that's a very good excuse at all.
Maybe she just haven't had any motivation to have to change her schedule.
She may not have.
Because if she like me, I'ma just I ain't gonna show up no way if I don't want to go. But
you don't want to be there. You ain't gonna be there.
I got a T-shirt that one of my friends got me that says "Sorry, I was late. I didn't want to come." Because it's true. I didn't want to.
I love it.
I mean, my thing is, I'm glad that my people know me. They know I'm gonna be like, let me pray.
Do. Right.
Pray about it. It's probably not coming, but I show once in a while. So they were talking about that. They were talking about how he's kind of set in his way. I'm interested to see this because Clara strikes me as not very neat and tidy.
I think they talked about that a little bit too.
They did.
I think he talked about how he likes everything a certain way, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm a little junky."
And when you say junky, ma'am, just go ahead and say you probably don't even have furniture. Because I was looking at them garbage
all the way junky,
her clothes in, and I was like, "So this what you travel with? Like you a whole flight attendant? This the best you get?"
Wait, okay. Why don't they keep casting flight attendants? Because remember, the flight attendant from last season didn't have a house.
Girl, that thing was homeless for real.
Okay, like I was sleeping in her car, and you're homeless. Yeah. But this is the second time, so that makes me think that they are purposely looking at people who fly in and out of a major hub, and they're like, "Okay, let me put you on my show."
I think there was another flight attendant before her. I'm trying to remember.
I think probably about season 5 or 6. I want to say there was
I think like season. Hold on, remember the season with Davina and
Yep.
What's his name? I was really sad because on paper they look good, but But anyway, but I think a lot of them had these traveling jobs, and that has seemed to be an issue.
Even the couple. The one that wanted to go to the National Guard from last season. Oh goodness!
They were just.
Who was a nurse?
Right.
The girl was a nurse, and
Amelia.
Yeah, and he decided he wanted to be in the National Guard. His job was one where he said he would initially he was like, well, I'll be traveling for two weeks, and then for 2 weeks I'll be home. And she thought that was gonna be an issue.
They're on this. Wait,
let me just say
that was last season. That was last season.
Yeah, that was last season.
Yeah.
Bennett.
I love Bennett.
He was a screenwriter or whatever he was doing in Playhouse on the Square.
I love this screenwriter. A screenwriter?
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, that's why I said Playhouse on the Square. And he was like, it's like he trying to break into Hattie Lou Theater.
Heather, you in timeout on that Playhouse on the Square. You in timeout.
Didn't he have that sister that had the doll that she had to buy the food for?
They had a whole little. Eclectic does not describe them correctly because not even eccentric. Like, come on, like over there.
His sister literally had a doll, like a DOLL. When they was eating, she had to order the food for the doll. I was like,
it was a lot going on with them. And then Amelia
had on these past seasons, but baby, that would have been a divorce in the making.
But see, the white one
married with a bird nest in her head.
Who had a bird nest in their head?
Amelia.
That was Amelia. That was Amelia.
Also, they matched weird with weird.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then she lifted her armpit and she had like 2 whole children up under here and up under there too. It was a lot happening with them. They were trying to learn how to type.
Let's just say they matched.
When I say that, couldn't nobody else in the world.
We neither one of them.
Yeah, because Karen and Miles were live like night before last, and they had Bennett on, and Amelia was away because she is like paragliding training.
What the hell? Okay.
See, and that's what.
See,
like
so they match perfectly.
Okay,
they match perfectly.
Let's go back to Ryan and this girl because y'all got me.
You like what? Yeah. So anyway, they went to go see the dolphins, and that was with them. I don't like dolphins like that. You ain't gonna get me live to touch nothing that come out the water that's wiggling around and saying hello. No. Anyway, so Virginia,
they're too slimy for me. I think they're beautiful.
Are they slimy?
I love dolphins. They are beautiful to look at. But I don't want to like get close to them and touch them and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to be
swimming with the dolphins
in that pool, and I'm not going into a pool where the dolphins have pooped. I'm not doing
it. I don't do that.
Okay. Again, I don't swim, so I like to wave with the dolphins from afar. Oh,
dolphins cute and on paper.
Paper food. Okay, so. So, are we gonna go to the paint drying couple?
No, let's talk about Virginia and Eric.
I love them.
First of all, let me tell y'all, Virginia, my spirit animal. I don't care what nobody say. That baby be getting litty city every day because she can.
I mean,
wait. You mean that's the one that likes the
boring guy?
Right? I love her.
Wait, you talking about the drunk girl and the boring guy?
Yeah, what are one of my favorite couples that reviews Courtney and Eddie? They call her Ciroc. They said Little Ciroc.
Little Ciroc.
But Virginia loves life, honey.
She does.
And Eric were getting ready in the morning, and he kept making these comments like, we're gonna have to get you, I'm gonna have to get you on my schedule. And I'm like, that'd be the first thing. I've been threw my shoe at you. You're not finna talk to me like that. You ain't finna talk to me. Like, I don't care.
You done did this before, sir. So I'm sure
he how much older than she is. So he got to get a little patience or something, baby. It's 20s.
First of all, we both knew, I think everybody knew when he said, like, I'm gonna get you on my schedule. We all knew really that he's gonna get on her schedule.
Right. True.
Like, it's like, okay, and he's gonna get on her schedule.
Yeah, he got a lot of rules. He kept talking about all these ground rules. I'm like, you not her daddy though. You can't.
And she said that. She was like, "Can we go with the rules?"
And time out. Sir, you're just 32 years old. Why you acting like you 45?
No, he's 34.
Because he done already
Let's-
been married, and then he's the pilot, and then his dad was a pilot, and his mom and dad have been married
He's like
forever.
38.
So
he's one of those.
He got the master plan to it all.
Yeah, well, see, he's one of those people that I say has romanticized another relationship and feels like they should have just those same things, but they don't know what it took to get to that point. They just decided this is how it's going to be, and then whomever I'm with is going to have to be on board. Problem with that is when the other person, like, well, I have a relationship I romanticize about, and I don't really give a damn about what you're talking about because this is not what I'm about to do.
We have different views on this romanticism.
Right, and it's okay, and maybe we can come up to the middle. But what you're not finna do is strong arm me to doing whatever you want me to do without listening to the part of it. So he goes back and forth. They have a spirited discussion about a few things, and one of the things, because y'all know I'm skipping around. They were talking about, they got into it because he said one of his ground rules was about her having friends.
The male friends, the male best friend.
Child, I'm like, I just met you. You're not finna tell me who I can be friends with. Please go away.
Understand this. My best friend is a guy. His wife know it's a package deal. Listen, so whoever I get married to, hey, this your brother right here, okay? He's packaged. This goes with the whole thing. This is it. I'm the best man in his wedding. He the best man in mine. Okay, y'all, you need to understand that's what this is. I'm not throwing away 100 years of friendship. We've been best friends since 10th grade. I'm not gonna throw that away because you done came along. I just met you yesterday. Sir, bye.
Mm-hmm.
Have several.
Have 50 feet.
Right.
I have an issue with people because my thing is when you have rules like that, that's reflective of your personal boundary issues. If you feel like men and women can't be friends, then that's you and your personal issue. That ain't my problem. I know, like I had this discussion a couple of days ago, and I hear guys talking about, well, men, the only thing they doing, they just waiting on their chance. I'm like, but your chance is gonna be never. If I've already friend zoned you, it ain't gonna be no chance for you to get back. We can be friends because I know me.
Right.
What about you? At this point, it's about me. It's about what I want. I don't have an inkling of wanting to be your friend, like that. So, and if it gets to a point where it's disrespectful, I know how to end the relationship, but I don't need you speaking for me. That's not what we're gonna do today, Father Eric. So, I have a little bit of an issue with people who always put these stipulations on relationships, especially you just met the girl. Get to know her friend first before you make a decision about whether or not you think that a friend on the up and up. They've been friends for a while.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Understand.
Yes.
Right.
Don't nobody care. All right. So what's next? So, well, let me see.
The boring couple.
Yeah. Y'all, this dude done sliced up an onion.
Wait, who sliced up an onion?
Your favorite paint drying couple.
They're so boring.
Oh my God.
They're gonna make it though. I had them in the no file.
Wendy's looking like what? Stop.
They're like so boring. I can't listen. I literally can't.
They're awkward.
I really feel I miss. Let me tell you what I miss. When I had DirecTV, I used to be able to fast forward through. I can't do them. I literally can't.
That's why you record it first and then you watch it.
That's
so you're
able
to do that.
Okay. That's why I've said, oh hey guys, I watch it the next day.
So you can fast forward.
Like if there's a boring couple, I completely fast forward through them. I fast forward through all the commercials. And like, yeah, not gonna watch them. Not
I
gonna
think they're gonna be okay though. Well, I'll just say this: I do think they're going to be okay. I think that
who we talking about? They so boring.
Boring couple, the boring couple.
The one, wait, who?
Jacob, the one that loved his house, baby. The one that
Ryan.
No, Jacob.
Jacob. Okay, Jacob and old girl, like
because at first I was like, Haley seems like she ain't gonna
him. Let me say this: she does not appear to be that into him.
You know what I think?
She's trying.
I think she's
trying, but she's not into him.
I think they both are socially awkward.
Yeah,
definitely.
And I think that trust me on this. I think they both socially awkward. I don't think either of them are used to like long-term relationship. Like she said, it's been 7 years since she's been in a relationship. And I don't know where Jacob falls on that relationship.
I don't think he's ever had a relationship. I think this is
Lord, I never.
You don't say ever.
I don't think it has ever been.
Isn't that like the 40-year-old man or something?
Yeah, he's 38. He keeps telling me before.
The one that likes his plants in his backyard. That's right?
Yeah, the one that got the whole beach back there.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I have a resort. And she's like, okay, we get along so well. Y'all are boring as fuck. And then there's a couple of
boring
who were just
30 years from now.
Right. Y'all can be a boring couple together. Go and do things in life, but y'all born to hell.
I don't feel like she that into him. Even though you feel like they both social, I get a feeling she's not. I don't think she is. I think she's trying. It's not authentic.
She's trying to figure out what's his brand of humor. Like trying to really figure out like
she ain't gonna never get that girl.
But her body language was so weird when they were eating dinner, though. She was just kind of like,
yeah.
That's why I just think both of them are awkward, though. But
I don't think they awkward match each other. Just like the other people you said, the girl with the bird nest and the other dude that was a screenwriter for Playhouse on the Square. Yeah. That matches. They're awkward. Does not, because I feel like if she was with somebody else, she would come out of that little shell a little bit more. She doesn't seem to be into him at all. And see, he didn't really have any friends. She got like friends and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what? You can't gauge her on her friends because them heifers didn't want her to do nothing but be they bridesmaid because they
because I've seen that. You always the friend that's always the bridesmaid because hell, you ain't dating nobody. So what else do you have to do but be the bridesmaid?
But no, I don't like I said, I don't like her friend group because I don't feel like all of them support her. And so this is why I think she went on and
did this.
Got married. She like, okay, so I stand around and I help all y'all get married. And once y'all get married, then you kind of leave me
to the side.
Yeah, and then you just expect me to show up at the next event and fill in where y'all want me to fill in. So I think that she'll try, even though it may not seem like she's into him right now. I think again, she's another person that's committed to the process, and you'll start to see them kind of.
We'll see.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
You have those couples in real life that's like that. Like they don't do nothing, they don't go nowhere, they don't they just chill. They just being in each other's presence
is enough.
Like so you got those people that are like that, so they might end up one of those couples. Just
no, I can't do that neither.
Well,
I see you 24/7. I gotta go to work or something. I can't.
I've been stuck in the house for a year now, so 24/7 is currently all I know.
Right,
like sun up to sundown.
Oh baby.
So okay, so let's skip over to Brianna and Vincent, where everybody has decided they're gonna be together because
I love them.
I love them too.
They are so cute. This is what I wish though. I wish that when they got married, her family didn't focus so much on saying she's bossy. I don't like when people set you up for You know, bossy. She bossy. I don't like that. You know, and I get that what they're saying. You know, she's an engineer. She's type A personality. But there's a better way to say that. Like we tend to label Black women as bossy. We know what we want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I do not like, oh, I'm a strong, independent Black woman. We need to get rid of that.
Yeah.
We need to get rid of that because that means, like, for me, we don't feel pain or anything, and we can do anything. So yeah, when they kept saying that, I cringed. I
don't ever take being a strong, independent woman as meaning that I don't feel pain and I don't go through anything.
No, you don't.
Right.
You don't. Other people do.
Yeah. I got you.
That's how other people interpret that, because they say, well, you strong, you can handle it.
They literally have in medical books that Black people don't feel pain as much as white people. So I'm like, no, don't label Black women as, oh, I'm strong and independent. Like as Black women, for me, and again, whole other
jot that down.
Yeah, whole other chat. Yeah, we have to stop giving them that, because we are strong, but the way that it has been presented, and this has been decades long, that means we can take anything. Oh, I'm a strong Black woman, I can take anything. No, I cry sometimes at night. You know what I mean? We all do. Yeah. I hurt. And so when we say, oh, I'm strong and independent, what the world has come to see that as is, oh, she can take anything. Because we will never see Kamala cry because she can't at that level, but we do. So that whole strong, I'm a strong Black woman, we got to get rid of that.
Yeah, I didn't like that. You know, the other thing at all that, you know, people were saying she gonna boss him. She just telling him what to do, and he just going with it. And I feel like this is the way I see them. He was ready to receive a wife. She's ready to receive a husband. He already has the mindset of, I like this, I like that, but I also want to make sure my wife is happy. So there are things they talked about, and he just was like, okay, that's fine. It didn't matter to him either way. I feel like with both of them, they are going to be vocal enough and they're going to be assertive enough with each other, but not, you know, disrespectful or to, you know, put each other down in any kind of way. I think they'll find a way to respectfully disagree with each other. Yeah. And they'll also be able to see each other's side without it being like, you know, because y'all know I tell y'all all the time, I don't like the word compromise because that means somebody losing. So like I like, you know, let's accommodate, let's come to agreement.
Okay. But when he finds something to speak up about, I'm pretty sure.
Right. Then he'll have
something important enough to him. He's going to tell her, well, I understand what you want, but this is what I need. I'm pretty sure he's going to come to terms with that and speak up for himself.
But let's also talk about her behavior. Like when she was like, he got to do this and he got to do this, and I can't wait to meet him, you know, talking about him before she met him. Then when she met him, she was like, whoa, y'all did good. Y'all done got me a good shoot. He done checked all the boxes. And then after that, you saw her soften all the way up because she's attracted to him.
Yeah.
They are very,
Are we talking about Brianna?
Yeah, Brianna. Yeah. She softened up when she got him. So here's the thing. She knows when to be who she needs to be.
Right.
What hat to wear when she needs to wear. And I'm pretty sure if she needs to assert herself in a disagreement between them, she's going to do that. And then they'll know how to you know, fall back when they need to, and they'll know how to step up when they need to. So I'm interested to see how this works, especially because their relationship started with a different type of situation where his grandmother had a heart attack and they didn't know if she was gonna make it.
Yeah.
Now she's doing better, but the fact that Brianna came immediately to his side and supported him helped them to grow a lot closer very quickly. And so they were able to consummate their marriage. And now you see them laying out on top of each other. Let me take you. First of all, let me pick you up and take you over this. I didn't get to carry you over the threshold. So, you know, it's a whole different situation. I'm like, oh, y'all living y'all best life.
Well, I guess what he said, after the way after the way she treated him, after she found out that his grandmother got sick and how she had his back. I guess he was like, that was it. That solidified. That's they made the good decision. Chose the right person for me. We finna get this.
Yeah, I was not expecting them to consummate. Like when they said that, I was like, oh wait, what? Yeah, I wasn't expecting.
She can have wherever she wants from him, baby. She can have wherever she wants.
Yep. But I like them. I really, really like them.
Yeah.
I like the way that even when they found out about what was going on with Chris and Paige, they went back as a couple.
Yeah.
She told him how she really felt. Right. And she was like, I would be gone, babe. And like, And he said, I would be, but they supported their friends in public.
Yeah.
And on the back end, they were like, did you see if you pull this on me,
understand that
like,
this is no.
Okay. We are done. So I really like them. I really, really like them.
I feel like they were texting each other.
That's why I keep
do you know what this girl just said to me?
That's a lot of bedroom talk.
Though.
Pillow talk right there.
I want some edamame.
Girl, come get you some edamame. I call it edamame.
Girl, because I love edamame.
I love me some edamame.
I love it. Yeah. So I think that they're going to be okay, and I think that what we're going to find this is that they're probably going to be everybody's support system. It seems like they're kind of positioned to be the lead couple of everyone.
They are the Woody and Amani.
Yeah, they're the Woody and the Money, because I tell you, Woody and the Money tried their best to keep them other two together, Olivia and Brett together, but just wasn't working. Then also they kept talking Henry and Christina. They kept trying to work on them as well. So I'd like to see what they're gonna do with that. So they discussed
a weird couple right there too.
Who was that?
The one that the other white couple that got a divorce.
Henry.
Ain't that the one that the girl was accusing him of being gay?
And
Henry and Christina. That was Henry and Christina.
Okay, I'm almost done with season 7, so I just need to go and skip on over to this season.
I told you don't worry about that. Then we tell you not to worry about any of that. So
I had told me to go some seasons back, so season 7 looked interesting. So I went to season 7.
Fine, watch season 7.
I'm almost done.
You need to go back and forth like this. But no, I think Henry need a do-over. I think
he does.
He does.
They need to include him.
Henry came out of his shell. Like initially, I think it was okay. Just get rid of this guy, and then he came out of his shell to the point where you're like, okay, let's give him a nice do-over to give him another chance, because I think he can do this.
Yeah, have they ever done a do-over show?
I think they did like the first
chances, and it wasn't they didn't get married. They just helped them like find
the love.
It's like
the old
of it, but
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, it's called second chances.
Yeah. They need to come back.
Now,
I'm telling you, Paige need to do over.
Heather, do you watch the couple cams?
Yep.
Every once in a while. I hadn't been on couples cam in a minute. I got to go back and do that.
Okay, girl, the one last week. The other black couple from New Orleans, the one that Woody and the homegirl were friends with.
Oh, you talking about Karen and
Karen? Yes, girl. She made him remove some of his tennis shoes because he had a lot of tennis shoes.
I agree with that,
and it was so funny.
Where he take them?
So funny. They I think she gave them away. She gave
them
away.
To donate them.
The clutch.
Hold on now. Wait a minute. Hold on. Time out.
We just can't get a help.
Girl, my husband knows touching my shoes is grounds for divorce.
Right. He said, no, but she told him that he had to make a decision which shoes he wants to keep, which shoes he wants to give away, because he had too many shoes, and she was like,
he did.
You can count the floor. She was like, okay, what we're gonna do this. Every pair of shoes you pick up, you're gonna count them. And like all around the house, even on top of the refrigerators. There was some tennis shoes.
So do they stay in an apartment or something?
They got condos because Miles and Karen and Monty and Woody, they stay like in the same little.
Yeah, they feel like next door.
We couldn't have got no storage to put them. Like I feel like that was
like
extreme.
no stackable boxes. Cause my sister,
that hurt my heart.
Her boyfriend has too many shoes, and so my sister was putting them in stackable boxes.
Let's go
she
here.
Was like,
I have too many shoes. I got a little apartment. I have shoes in storage. I think I still got shoes in my mom. I have shoes. But guess what the hell we ain't finna do? I ain't getting rid of them. I can put them in my storage.
Let me tell you.
No room in the house.
I house just for my t-shirt collection.
I am a self-proclaimed minimalist. I just looked over at, and I live in right now. I live in a 384 square foot studio apartment.
No.
And if y'all have ever seen me cook, I cook and all that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I got a pair on my feet. 10. I have a couple of the pair in my closet. I probably have 12, 13 pairs of shoes, and that's too many. So
I got about 50.
When she told him to get rid of them, I was with it. I was like, he has too many shoes. You don't need that many shoes. So I was with
I tell you what, you are not invited to my t-shirt collection.
If I didn't have all my baby's college stuff that we didn't get to move into her room in this closet, I would show y'all. I got shoes. They start at the bottom of the closet and they go all the way up to the ceiling. I'm sorry. I love the shoes.
My cousin supposed to turn into like my storage area, but there are two people
you have them, but do you need them?
I will say this. A lot of them were gifts. And then I don't buy a lot of clothes, but I love the shoes. Like you can never
your shoes. Yes,
like shoes. They fight words. My husband be like, but you don't wear this pair. Oh, now you being
hot. Wait a minute.
Right, get the fan out. Mind your business.
My cousin, she turned one of her bedrooms into a shoe closet.
Yeah,
she had to customize them and everything.
For my shoes.
I had a whole bedroom as a closet in Nutbush when I was in Memphis.
You said what?
I had a whole bedroom that was a closet when I lived in Nutbush in Memphis.
I'm telling you.
Like off summer?
Yeah.
But you don't need them.
I need all of my t-shirts.
You need all of my
No, you don't.
I need them all.
I have my sexuality coaching t-shirts. They all have
them. You want them. You don't need them.
Okay, I love them.
Right. You love them. You love them. You don't need them.
I love all of my shirts equally. They just like my children. I can't.
Y'all realize, like, I'm like, why Andre always got on the same clothes?
I do.
I've never noticed. That's the funny things I've never noticed, but. Like all of my shirts have a different phrase. They're from a different black-owned t-shirt company. Like it's a whole. I got a whole line of like. I got one that says manifesting multiple streams of income and orgasms. I got one that says stop faking orgasms. One that says
oh my God,
orgasms be in your favor. I got a lot of them.
Oh my gosh,
just on orgasms. So. Just going all off the rails, so let's get on back.
I'm just eating my head up, babe.
So all the people done got together. Everybody done sat down. They having a little drinks, a little drive-in 5 drinks. It's 4 out of the 5 couples. They chit-chatting and laughing and giggling. You see Brianna and I just forgot his name, Vincent. They laid all up on each other. She feeding him crackers and he
pulled up.
You know, they is together, baby.
I like them.
Everybody is leaning into each other, talking to each other while they're waiting on Virginia and Eric. And then you pan over, honey, and you see them two.
No, but he got up and walked away from her and went laid on a separate like couch or whatever.
You know,
he's my glass behind probably would have flew out the camera frame because
I'm telling you.
He's a drama king.
Like, so was this before
have enabled that behavior in him?
Was this before or after he told her?
This was after.
Okay, because that pissed me off. Okay, so you done told this girl, hold on. You know, you told her that your fiance is pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm.
Then you told her, you know what? You my wife. I put you first above
That was
everybody
bullshit.
else.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then you told her, I know you this is a lot for you to go through. What I told you about not being attracted to you, but I am now attracted to you.
That was good.
I am now attracted to you, but you're just going through so much. You really shouldn't have to go through this.
That was good.
He
And
attracted to her because she didn't run.
yeah, and I was just like, really?
I think
I
he's
would just
still
look
not
at him.
attracted to her.
I don't
He
think
doesn't
so
like
either.
her.
I think
And
it's
that's okay, but he needs to
gaslighting.
be
It's
honest
the
about it.
gaslighting for me. And I think that he's lying or whatever. I think he was saying all that stuff because he told her, I understand if you want to leave because he wants a reason out of the situation.
He wanted to be her fault. He wants it to be her fault and not him.
Right. He's a drama king. He's a baby. He is an emotional baby.
And then when they told the other people what was going on and how they rallied for Paige, he got mad.
Oh yeah, he was pissed off.
You could
He
be
was
all the man you
King. That's why I said he's a drama king. Like he's a total baby.
He
I
likes
was
the
like,
attention.
really?
And
He
likes
likes the attention because see, Paige had to leave. Everybody else will go take care of him.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he needed.
That's what their entire marriage. If she don't, if she decides to stay with him, because he has to have the most attention.
Yep.
In the room, not just with her, but with everybody. He had to be about him, and.
Mm-hmm.
And then when that couple that came late, and they updated them what was going on, and he was telling the dude was like, you need to pay attention to her.
Here go Virginia. So you just took it as that baby was yours. How do you know that's your baby, baby?
That's what we was wondering.
I almost fell out.
That girl cooked up with drinks.
You sure?
Or whatever she drank it on me.
I was about to say, like, we know that Virginia and what's his name, they were lit when they came to the party.
I did a real deal. She said, "It's yours."
It was like
feeling good.
He said, "You got 9 months to figure this out." And I was like, "Oh my god!"
I was hollering.
Yeah.
She said,
"This was me the whole that time." I was like,
I would have
then you wanted to get in his bag. You're going to be respectful of me, baby. Hush.
And then he got mad. I think what they're saying. You have a whole other woman pregnant, and you want everybody else to be respectful.
That's my whole thing.
Nah, bro.
Wasn't the rumor that it wasn't even his fiance?
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah, that's the
has said. No. Let's talk about that real quick. Mercedes just took a picture. Yeah, I found her Instagram page.
Who's Mercedes?
That's the fiance.
That's the ex-fiance.
Okay.
That's one of the ex-fiance.
There you go.
Mercedes is fine as hell. Ain't no baby in that belly. So no. The rumor is that he actually got the cousin pregnant, and that's why
wait.
Mercedes' cousin. Oh. Mercedes' cousin. This is the rumor. This is allegedly.
Wait. This is my version of closing the door on this. Girl, stop. Girl, stop.
This is why they apparently this is what caused them to break up. Keep in mind, I still feel like the reason why they broke up is because she found out this man was going through this married at first sight thing. But that's just me. Because how you going through married at first sight? I know it took longer than a couple of months for you go through this process.
I think on the cousin part, I'm sorry. Married at first sight, she did not tell him about baby or whatever that was until after. I really believe that. I believe that there is no baby.
I don't think it's a baby. I don't think there's a baby.
That's
She said she wasn't pregnant in an interview with somebody. She told them, "I am not the one that's pregnant." So she clearly it ain't her.
Well, but he clearly said it on the episode.
He did,
and she also
addressed. So what he's trying to do is cover a lie.
I am going to say this very incorrectly. Whom is pregnant?
It ain't Mercedes.
Who?
So he covering up a lie.
It really is.
So this is what the reason why they got the broke.
Chris ain't nothing.
Their engagement broke up because they broke up because he got that he was
messing off with
Chris ain't nobody.
So let me talk about this whole timeline of pregnancy because he said the girl's 6 weeks pregnant. Vincent asked him, when was the last time you were intimate with old girl? He said 6 weeks ago. I'm like, 6 weeks ago, she's 6 weeks pregnant. I'm like, don't it take like, if you're 6 weeks pregnant, don't that mean you were like 8 weeks post,
Yeah, the timeline ain't right.
It take at least 2 weeks before you even are considered pregnant. Like, sir, some don't.
So during the process of we vetting for the show, you got somebody, baby. So listen,
her dad died, and so I paid my respect.
She addressed that as well.
Yeah.
Mercedes said, first of all, I don't appreciate him using my father for his sad sob story. That's not cool. Yeah. He lying.
Yeah, and also I'm getting messages here that's letting us know that he was engaged twice.
Yes, I did hear that.
Okay, I did hear that as well.
Oh my God! You keep using God in this. This is what pisses me off. You keep using God, and you want somebody that God, or that God, bless you with. You want a godly relationship, but you ain't doing stuff godly, dude.
But here's my thing above that. I go to, why are you making black men look like they not crap on your show? Why are you
did at the same time
men who are not ready? Because to me, this is akin to, and I know, we are reviewing some shows and we're going to get more into it about, how black women are portrayed, how black men are portrayed, all of that.
Yeah.
That's what I look at. You knew this man had a 2-month prior fiance. That's a whole very serious relationship. But you chose him and you doubled down on that.
Because they knew
to make black men look like they ain't shit.
Because they knew that was going to bring ratings.
But I don't
knew that storyline.
These babies have lives. These babies have lives. Chris has a life. Paige has a life. These babies have lives. They are little. And, every woman on this screen right now, we have been through and we know how to deal with. And if somebody came at us in that particular situation, we would handle it in a totally different way than what Paige handled it. Mm-hmm. Totally different way. And I don't appreciate that they are putting the young black man, because that is what happened. He's young. He got somebody pregnant and he was like, blah, 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 blah. He's a baby. Let him deal with that. Hopefully he never gets to that, but don't put that on national TV. That's
what could have easily went on with just 4 couples and not 5. Even if they found out before they could have went on without that couple.
Yeah.
And just use her for the next.
Yeah. 4, not 5. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
They could have just went on without that couple altogether if they found that out before they even got married. Because now you got her in a situation.
They knew that
she don't necessarily want to walk away from, but she also at the same time has never dealt with anything like it. So you don't have maturity left to even.
Other question of, and again, I've only ever been a black woman in my life.
Yeah.
I've only ever been a black woman raised in deep Southern Pentecostal Christianity in my life. Do you know what I mean? So when I look at that, I can only say, like, okay, I see where Paige is coming from and what he's been taught. Oh, well, God has me, and this is going to be our story. But what we haven't done, again, Heather, I'm sorry, a whole other conversation, and I keep saying that
in the notebook.
whole other conversation, right? Write that down. A whole other conversation of Black women growing up thinking that if I don't have sex before marriage, it's going to be right. If, you know, I have struggle love, that's how God's going to give it to me. No, boo. I am 48 years old. I figured that crap out just a few years ago. It's been a few years when I'm like, God is not going to give you a love. I don't care if it's God or Buddha or the universe. The love that comes to you will come with tests, but it is not going to come hard at you like that.
No struggle.
It's not.
Smack you in the face.
Not. And that's where Paige is. She's like, oh, well, we're going to have a beautiful story after that. I literally want to find that girl and be like, oh my God, Jesus, no.
I want them to leave this honeymoon and get to go back and see their parents to see what, her parents feel about.
Let me tell you, that last week episode where the dad got on Chris about.
Did he really get on him?
No.
And right. He didn't really get on Chris.
Oh, Chris's dad?
Chris's daddy, I kind of liken him to a parent that has you got a badass kid and know that somebody they done called.
I got
you up here for the 8,000th time because your kid is acting a whole fool. And now, in order to save face, you got to act like you discipline your child in front of the folks. Like, if you do this again, I'm gonna whoop you. And you know good and damn well you not.
But then he was on Chris was punk enough not to even meet with her parents.
Right.
I was like,
wait, no. Did Faith, didn't you say something about that? Like there was something that went down.
So,
and that's why we didn't
word on the street is.
Yeah, that's why we didn't see.
Word on the street is that the girl, the pregnant girl, not the fiance, but the pregnant girl and her family came to the hotel, which is why he came back to the room. That's why he left her for all that time. Thing. Right. He came back to the hotel room in just a mess, an array of mess, because quote unquote pregnant girl and the family came up there because they didn't know he was gonna be on Married at First Sight. They found out where he was, they found out the hotel and all that stuff. And they came up there to, get in that ass. Like, so
they came to get on down.
Yeah. So
with their Vaseline and tennis shoes that day.
Yeah. That's what that was. So he was in a mess. He was in a whole mess. So then that's when he started. Well, I'm not attracted. I'm really freaking out because I'm not attracted to you, sir. Stop.
That was a setup. Like production should have known better. If that family showed up and cut a shine, and then you still let that girl go on the honeymoon,
it should have been a wrap.
Y'all should have had a conversation with her, told her what was going on, said, "Hey, baby, come on,
baby girl, let me tell you." But
as Barack Obama would say, let me be clear. Had sis been from Memphis,
the whole and you know
baby, they would have had to get some MJ and look some ball MJG.
You never would have heard about that fifth couple because it would have been some show enough and some murk and some whatever and some on that corner no.
It would have been over.
It would have been over. I'm just saying, a woman indigenous. Okay, here's the thing. I lived in Memphis for 15 years. I remember the day that I got my Memphis card.
That's our rollout music.
I remember the day I got my Memphis card. My friends looked at me and they were like, who are you? Because I was so upset about a certain situation. I was going off. And they were like, you are officially from Memphis today. Right? And like that was several years ago. So a woman indigenous to Memphis would not have put up with that crap.
No,
and they would have been, that's why they're not gonna cut. That's why there will never be a Married at First Sight Memphis.
It will not be.
They ain't gonna never. They not.
All you gonna see is somebody.
They not coming.
All I got to do is call Tamika. Hey, Mika, meet me up at
they not coming.
Right. What you gonna see?
Where your
What you got? Okay.
Right.
My whole family coming. Mama, brother, sister, dad, cousin, uncle, everybody. We all here. What you got?
And let me tell you what they gonna do. They are going to record it, and they not gonna give a good God bleep about your contracts and about them telling you can't put that on social media. That's not gonna be on, because
that's the other thing.
We understand it. All of this happened,
right?
And I'm sure people were filming,
right? So somebody got
we have never seen it.
Right.
No, it's gonna
so let me also address this real quick.
They weren't really
I thought
down.
the rule was
they weren't really down.
Y'all can't be right.
She went from Memphis, mine. She went from Memphis.
No. So I thought that they could not be on social media till after the.
It used to be.
Yeah.
That's the way it used to be.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen nobody else's social media except for Chris's.
Because we all know why.
Well, Chris gonna Chris.
And Chris is doing a lot of stuff.
Chris gonna Chris.
Yeah, and that's one thing. He gonna Chris, and he wants the attention. He needs the attention. The other thing, he's in a lot of these groups, and
girl, I heard he was on Clubhouse.
He was on Clubhouse. He had a Clubhouse room, and in the club.
What's the name of his Clubhouse room?
It didn't have it was someone else hosted, but they added him to it. And it was like all of his supporters, and when you listen to it, it was just like, I'm
gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna have to look it up.
It's just him campaigning to be in the spotlight. You got a lot of information regarding him and his business that his business is no longer in
that Subway shut down.
But that was one, and we'll give him that. As I understand it, that was one of his locations.
He got more than one location. They don't believe nothing to come out his mouth.
Nikki, wait, in your name, Nikki.
Huh?
The streets say that he has maybe 3 or 4, and this was only one.
But I also heard
because of the location pandemic. Okay, we'll give him that. That's what the streets say, that this was just one of a few locations, but I don't know that. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, the streets also said he had like 15 locations. I said,
I don't believe that. I don't believe
that. Got it in September. According to him, that he had.
I'm not getting it.
So I don't believe. I need to see proof that that's what it is.
Yeah.
My thing was, you had the big opening. If you got 3 or 4, you ain't having no big opening at one in September 2020.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is 8 minutes in. We're hour and 38 minutes in, ladies. I need to go back to actually I wanted to go back to an episode. And the only reason why I'm talking about this is because I heard another person that does reviews on reality shows talk about this, and they were not a POC. And I want to address this particular thing.
Black. Okay.
The problem is people don't understand the way Black women are. So in between this episode and the one before, we saw Paige was talking to Chris, and she was like, looked like she was pretty detached when he said, like the sex was good, but I don't like the way you look. So of course she was detached. She got on her phone, she walked away, she came back, her hair was braided in locks.
Right. So it's a lot of time.
That's a lot of time. So the person that
he said that, she went to get her hair done. Go ahead.
Yeah, she went to go get her hair done. So that person was like, well, I saw that she came back with different hair, and I'm just hoping that she wasn't doing that to maybe, make Chris feel better. And I'm like, Black women
Baby, they was going on
vacation and go get a protective style, boo.
No, because Karen did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think Amani did the same thing.
Yep.
Like
all of them.
When you're going on a honeymoon, you're going on a beach vacation. You know, if you're not already locked or braided, you're gonna go get locked or braided before vacation.
Right.
And there was part of the episode where he said, Paige is going to get her hair done. Like, no, she didn't do that for him.
Right.
She did that because she was going to beach
because we don't want to be bothered with
8 or 9 days, and she like, no, that wasn't for him. Because Karen did the same thing, and we know she didn't like Miles.
Right.
Karen didn't like Miles. I
wanted to definitely address that because I do hear when other people review and they're not people of color, they were kind of talking about, you know, Paige changed her hair, and I hope she wasn't doing it to maybe get Chris to like her more. But I'm like, you know, black women change their hair like some people change draws. You know,
it's called Google.
So okay, so we gonna talk about Tessica or not?
No, not on this.
Wendy said, "Oh Lord, no,
we're not doing that."
Okay,
no, we'll not. We'll call you when we're ready to talk about
it. We're gonna talk about her next week on the size up. Just come on back.
I'm team Tessica, so we'll talk about that later. But
we'll talk about it on the size up.
Yeah, I am too, but we'll move on. So what we're looking at, so we're at the end, right? So this is where everybody got to know them and everything. Like I said, y'all stay off my friend Virginia. Let her drink as much as she needs.
My Virginia, I'm with that.
But who was it? There was one other season where the girls they wanted to play her up like she was an alcoholic because she said it was because her nerves were so bad.
That was Luke and Kate. That was because Luke kept saying that she was an alcoholic because he was gaslighting the shit out of her.
Right.
That was the one where he kept telling her to not tell production that they were having sex. And so she's like, I don't know why he doesn't like me. And it's because of your drinking. And she's like, you drinking right with me.
Right. So as we're talking about
the one that bought me the water wine.
As we're talking about gaslighting, again, another conversation. Martell Hope.
I was about to say
Martell Hope is
it reminds me of a young Martell.
Like I had to watch like 15 minutes, pause, walk away, come back, watch another.
We're gonna talk about it tonight. We're gonna talk about that tonight.
Yeah.
We're gonna put a pin in that about Martell Holt.
That's a whole other thing, but Martell Holt is a gaslighter, baby.
Yeah, she is a gaslighter. I feel like when we get ready to do Love and Marriage Huntsville, y'all, we probably need to break it down into 2 segments on 1 episode. But anyway, looking at the trailer for next week, looks like it's gonna get a little bit explosive. Let me also say, I already see how Vincent is trying to diffuse situations by pushing Chris all the way back. Mm-hmm. Notice the trailer promo for next week. Vincent, you know,
Eric and Chris are going to kind of get into it. I feel like Vincent pushed Chris back because Eric is in the military, and I'm sure Chris don't want that smoke. So it's like, so we won't get embarrassed on national TV all the way. Let me just go and push you.
Let me just push you back. Yeah.
Like, he put his shoulder into it. He was like, "Come on."
That was a bruh. You gonna have to look. I'll fight you for.
Yeah, I will fight you
for fighting this one over here. So I see that whole friendship.
I agree.
Let me go back and talk about Eric and Victoria real quick because they were talking.
Girl, don't be messing up your girl name, Virginia.
What did I say?
You said Victoria.
Who knew what she meant?
Brown jug. Let's talk about her. But the thing that I wanted to just point out before they got to that point was that they were talking about his work schedule. Since we're talking about people who flying and flight attendants, he's a pilot. Right. And what he was trying to show her was that like he's like 14 on, 14 days off, something like that. 14 days on, 14 days off. Problem that I have with that Cause he's like, it's, I'm really home most of the time. And she said, well, it's, like they started talking about, well, when we have kids, how's that going to look? What do you, what is your contribution going to look like? And I feel like his thing is, well, I'm providing, so you get that.
I need these men to get out of that. This ain't 1952.
But his mom said the same thing when she met.
And also, her hair looked like it caused the manager on people when she goes to the grocery store.
Who?
His mom. When she met with his mom after the wedding, before the honeymoon, he said, "I've lived the life of a pilot's wife, and it's not an easy job to have." So she basically told her, "I raised these kids." He worked.
That's why he had like that, because his mama been sitting up there.
Right. So he's a product of his mom.
Wait, no, Wendy.
Clearly, she was okay with it, and he's expecting his wife to be okay with it.
Yeah. Right. Okay. I get that. Yeah.
And that's the thing that I think that's the reason why she's like, give me 2-3 years. Like, you hold on for a minute before we start talking about.
I got a lot of living.
Yeah, I agree with 2-3 years. They're young.
Now, the other thing they talked about was contributing to the household, and she was saying she wanted to make sure she plays her part financially. And I'm like, baby girl, ain't no way, whatever you doing right now, probably in retail,
you're not going to come up to the store. Because the way that he's talking about it, I think he works for FedEx.
Okay.
The way that he's like, oh, I go and I come, and like, I think he works for FedEx.
So you don't think he's an airline pilot?
No.
Okay.
I think he is FedEx or UPS, where he is
or Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon. He's at home to do that.
Yeah. So like they may start they may have those types of shifts where it may be 1 or 2 overnight ones, but they usually, do a lot of flying and come back to the hood at the end of the day. I can see that. The other thing though is, he's so it ain't Southwest. Anyway, he just seems to want things a certain way, his way, and I am very excited if I feel like she's going to make him really second guess what he thought he wanted, because he likes her. He really
does. He does, which I'm surprised about. He does like her.
Yeah. So I think that he's going to see himself having to relax a whole lot in order to, stay in a good place with her, because she is so young. Like she's in her 20s, and
they have like a 12-year difference.
And he is old. Like he is 38. On paper, he's 36 or 31. No,
he's 32. He's 38. She's 26.
He's 33. Jacob is 38.
Yeah, Jacob is the 38-year-old.
Wait a minute. Pilot with bad makeup, girl, he's only 30.
He's 33, 34.
It said 32 on the thing.
But he just turned 33.
He was like 38.
No, because her dad told him.
That's Jacob.
Oh, wow.
Her dad told him she's not 33, she's 26. And that was the thing
that's not a difference, though.
It's big enough.
It's a big enough difference when he's an established
he has an established career.
You've been married before. You like, so he's already
her background. She's coming from a lot of
that's true.
She's kind of unstable background. Where
she seems like she's the baby of the family or something. I think.
She's what?
I think she was the baby of the family.
Yeah, she's the baby of the family. Yeah, she's still growing up. There's a lot of bouncing around that's happened for her. So that's what I'm saying. It's a lot that's going on with her emotionally, and she wants someone that's a little bit more stable. But at the same time, you can't keep trying to be, iron fist on everything.
But
he don't need to try to.
He wants to party way too much for him. I don't know if they're really going to be able to bridge that gap.
Yeah, because he kept talking about I partied and all that, but I was in my 20s and I wasn't married. And I'm like, oh, you one of them. You is one of them. The one that's always want to talk about what they did. Nobody asked you what you did.
But wasn't he married? Didn't we find out?
Yeah, he was married for 6 years.
6 years.
He
Like
said it was a marriage of convenience.
Ain't nothing married 6 years. Let me just tell you.
Bro,
Ain't
you
nothing.
married.
That's how he said
they could have been married and divorced in a year and a half, but they stayed married 6 years.
He was in the military too, so I don't think he was there a lot. Like he was away.
But he
like,
said it.
Still,
He made it seem like she needed benefits and somewhere to stay, and she needed some stability, and he was willing to give her that. Like the way he
wanted to have sex with her and wanted to make sure that his mama was okay with him having sex with this woman. So they got married so they can look like it was.
Y'all.
That's all I'm saying.
He do know he didn't have to tell his mama, right?
He is his mother's
He have to tell his mama
Or he does tell her everything because remember she raised him by herself.
I can't do it. I couldn't deal with somebody that gotta tell his mama everything we do.
I think that might be their
bedroom.
demise if he constantly talking to his mama about everything that's going on.
But he is mama's boy, so they just be ready for it.
So that might be their demise if they make it, you know.
I guarantee you that's the reason why he divorced the first one. It wasn't because it was a piece of paper, it's because his mama stayed in his business.
And she said, "That's my baby." We talked a lot.
But that was the thing, because she was like, I need to give you advice. I'm like, he don't need no advice. He been married before.
Mm-hmm. This ain't his first trip to the rodeo.
No.
He grown.
He for real grown. He got a whole job for real. Like he got benefits. He got a 401k. Girl, come sit down.
Right.
You don't need
if you work at FedEx, he got some good benefits.
He got
right. He got all kind of benefits. Everybody can go to the doctor.
Baby, that pension is probably nice and established at this point. So yes, he can go on somewhere with that. But yeah, so that's the thing with that. Like I'm still, waiting to see, how all these things are gonna unfold the next few weeks. So I'm just ready for it. I'm ready to see this blow up with Chris. Y'all know every week is gonna be about Chris and Paige, but we like to see the other people too sometimes.
We do.
Yeah. Anybody got anything else today?
Oh Jesus. We've talked about a lot.
Yeah, we did because we had 152. So I'm ready.
Yeah, this was good. I think we're good.
Okay. Y'all stay on afterwards. So at this point, we're gonna end it, and we're gonna thank y'all for hanging out with us. Well, the review crew is coming back sometime this week. We gotta catch up. We got 2 more. The Bell Collective and Love and Marriage Huntsville. We got to go ahead and do those reviews before the new shows come out.
Right.
So, look out for that. We'll put out some reminders later on in the week so you guys can chime in with us. But with that, anybody got anything else to say?
Getting out all his benefits. So
all the benefits. That's all that. Now that is a friend with benefits.
Literally. Oh my God.
That is awesome. I love that.
Jesus is the ultimate friend.
The ultimate.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Yeah.
Thank y'all for joining us. We'll see y'all next time. And we'll have our other shows. Y'all ladies say bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye. Happy Valentine's Day.